I think the social itself was just it was a well organized chaos. That's how I see it. Yeah. Just I would tell anyone that's coming here or anywhere else, don't be so hung up on the language.
Nos encontramos con Carla y Cornel, que son una de las parejas que se conocieron durante el evento que tuvimos. ¿Cómo estás, Carla?
Muy bien, gracias.
Hi, Cornel. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thank you for being here tonight. Muchas gracias por estar aquí esta noche. Y bueno, queremos saber un poquito más de cómo se conocieron, de cómo ha sido todo para ti, Carla, durante este momento que has estado inscrita en la agencia, para que nos cuentes cómo ha sido tu experiencia hasta ahora con la agencia.
Bueno, al principio poco creíble que podía conocer a una persona que llenara mis expectativas. Así que tuvimos una cita que fue en la Chiva rumbera y enseguida me dijo para una segunda cita y yo acepté, ya que ese día pues era solo bailar, pero hubo mucha química. Y ya el siguiente día en el almuerzo, pues a medida que escuchaba las cosas que quería, lo que decía que yo le transmitía, pues era mutuo. Entonces sentí que había encontrado la persona que quería.
Súper bien, me alegra que todo hasta ahora haya fluido bien para ti. Y como tú dices, todo es cuestión también de paciencia, porque digamos en el primer evento no conociste realmente a nadie que cautivara tu atención, y en este segundo evento sí tuviste la oportunidad de conocerlo a él, y como tú lo dices, ya en cierto momento de la cita sentiste que había como esa química entre ustedes. Entonces todo es cuestión también como de paciencia, dejarse llevar y mirar a ver qué pasa.
Exacto.
Cornel, thank you for being here tonight. I was talking with Carla about her experience, and we want to know a little bit about your experience.
Okay.
So this is the first time that you are visiting Colombia.
Yes, this is my first time visiting here.
And how was the social for you? And also tell us a little bit about when you saw Carla. What day was that? What do you feel when you saw her, when you start today with her?
Okay, so the social was extremely pressuring. I'll tell you that. The social was
A lot of girls.
Yeah, it was a little bit fast-paced. It was very, very exhilarating and fast-paced and moving forward, and you only have 10 minutes. But I think the social itself was just it was a well-organized chaos. That's how I see it. Yeah, it was an organized chaos that myself and many other guys had to navigate themselves around it, and to understand the dynamic of all these women that you put in a room. I mean, it's hard for us to sit in a room with 100 beautiful women, right? But you have to come here with perspective. So I came here with perspective and an open mind, and trying to meet someone, because that's the purpose of being here. And I could say when I went to her table, I think she was at table number 7 or 8. She was closer to the stage. It was Friday night. It was the first night, the first social. And when I went to the table, but she thought that I didn't have any interest, but I didn't want to give it away too quickly.
Okay.
So I was gazing at her a lot, but I just didn't want to give it away because there's so many women in the room, and you don't want to let other women feel, like.
And that is one of the advice that we give to the clients. Like, once you are here, please pay attention to all the girls in the table.
Right,
Not only focus your attention in one girl, but after the social, let that girl know that you are interested in her.
Right. So, because she thought we had conversation later, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you weren't interested in me," and I'm like, "No, my gaze was on you. I just know how to play it off where I pay attention to everyone around the table, because all the women, they're beautiful and they're important. Not because we're here to find one, but every woman should be treated equally and respect.
True.
So
yes, it's very important.
Yeah, right.
To have that.
So she thought that I liked her friend, but when I saw her the first time and then where she was from, I love people from Venezuela. My heart is like literally like, wow, she is from the country that I really like. Not because I'm here in Colombia, but when I saw her the first time, I really liked her energy. She was just calm, collective, and she gives that energy that you feel like you want to be around it all the time. So I literally gazed upon her, and we moved me and my translator, thanks to her, Sarai, thanks to her, she definitely studied me, knew who I was, and knew what I liked, and she definitely made it possible too for me to meet Carla. And honestly, as I said, even though we had several different choices, I'm right here in this moment standing with her. And I'm hoping that
everything goes.
I wouldn't say, I'm not hoping for what I can't control. I'm just, for me, in my action, I'm just hoping that a year from now we could be standing here again in a whole different capacity.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I hope that everything goes well with you and her. I want to know, because a lot of clients, they are coming here and they are very afraid about the language barrier. So I want to know, how was everything for you in that aspect? Like, the communication was easier, also your interpreter, she make everything much easier for you.
Right.
Because sometimes the clients, they don't want to have a third person during the dates, but I think that sometimes it's very helpful, and they are also not only an interpreter, they are also like a matchmaker person that is helping you during the date, right?
Right. But what I could tell people is this: look, if you're afraid of language barriers, then maybe this is not the place for you. But what I'll tell you this: if you're open, as I said, you come in with an open perspective. There's so many opportunities and intellectual, apps that you could use to translate, Google Translate, whatever, Microsoft Translate, whichever you want to use. But as you said, the purpose of the translator is not just to translate. And if you feel uncomfortable with someone sitting down with you translating into a language that you don't speak, how would you feel if it's the other way in return? How would you like if someone was supposed to come to your country and you only spoke English and they're just sitting down, they don't understand you? So you have to put yourself in somebody else's shoe. And that gives you perspective to say, hey, it's not fair for me to want it my way. That's unrequited, right? It's just one-sided. So for me, it was easier to have, as I said, Sarai sitting there, and I was a little bit skeptic at first. And I was like, okay, she's gonna translate for me. But to give you some context, but my sisters are from Dominican Republic. I mean, they speak like 5,000 words per minute, but I can only understand like 2. So I understand functional Spanish. I just can't speak it as though I would want to. But as I said, Sarai, who is my interpreter and who is my translator, she made it so much more easier. She made it so easier for me to communicate, for Carla to understand me, for me to understand her. And then, funny enough, when she discovered that I understand Spanish a little bit. I can't speak it as much as I would want to, but yeah, I would tell anyone that's coming here or anywhere else, don't be so hung up on the language, or if you can't speak it, because you're gonna learn to speak it. If you're dating a Latina, you're gonna learn how to speak it for sure. So, and she's gonna ensure that you learn how to speak it. But the definite translator made it easier.
Yes, and also I'm sure that if you start today with a Colombian girl, your Spanish is going to improve.
Yes,
that's for sure.
For sure. I can almost attest to that. Yes, for sure.
Carla, bueno, yo quiero saber, por ejemplo, qué le puedes decir a las chicas que están interesadas en inscribirse a la agencia y que tienen miedo a hacerlo, que se preguntan, ¿esto será que sí funciona? Si iré a conocer a alguien. ¿Tú qué podrías decirle a ellas?
Bueno, pues cada persona tiene una perspectiva distinta, pero es que cada persona tiene su persona. Y es cuestión de asistir, de conocer, de estar abierta a saber qué le gusta. Pues a veces hay personas que son tímidas y no alcanzamos a simple vista saber qué busca. Pero a medida que de pronto asistes a alguna cita, sabes qué quiere y encuentras quizás esa empatía con esa persona. Incluso yo vine al evento pasado y no encontré, pero entonces ya ahora por segunda vez vuelvo y bueno, esta vez sí, a otras personas les tomará más tiempo. Otras chicas pues será en la primera vez que vayan y consigan a su persona, pero no hay que negarse a esa oportunidad.
Yo creo que es eso precisamente, darse la oportunidad. Bueno, chicos, muchas gracias por estar aquí esta noche, por contarnos un poco de su historia, de su experiencia con nosotros. Thank you so much, Cornel, for being here tonight and share with us your experience. Y espero que les vaya súper bien en todo este camino que apenas está empezando y que seguramente y esperamos que tenga un final muy feliz.
Gracias.
You too can experience the romantic adventure of a lifetime. Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
barranquillasingles.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.